Hello and welcome back. Imagine a world without website. No Google, no YouTube, no online shopping. Sound impossible, right? But just a few decades ago, the internet as we know it didn't exist. So how did we get here? It all started with a simple but powerful language, HTML. Yes, you guessed right. In this video, we are taking a deep dive into the history of HTML, from its humble beginnings to the powerful web technology we use today. So grab a seat and let's travel back in time. Our story begins in 1989 inside CERN, which was a massive scientific research center in Switzerland. Scientists from all over the world worked there, but they had a huge problem. Sharing research was difficult. Information was scattered across different computers and there was no simple way to connect it all. That's when Tim Berners-Lee, a British computer scientist, came up with a revolutionary idea. What if we could connect documents using hypertext? This would allow researchers to jump from one document to another using clickable links, just like we do today. Tim didn't just stop at an idea. He built the first ever web browser and server and created the hypertext markup language, which we call HTML. In this image, you can clearly see the first ever HTML web page. This might look simple today, but back then it was groundbreaking. HTML 1.0, 1993. By 1993, HTML had its first official version, HTML 1.0. It was very basic. There was no fancy colors, no images, no layouts, just plain text and hyperlinks. That's it. Still, this was a major leap forward. The internet started growing and more people began creating the web pages. In 1993, the first web browser for the general public called Mosaic, whatever it was released. It made browsing the web easier and more popular. Let me give you a fun fact. Back then, only a few hundred websites existed. Today, there are over 1.5 billion websites. 2 years later, HTML got an upgrade, HTML 2.0. This version introduces forms, allowing website to collect more user input. Now you could enter data into website. This was the foundation of things like login pages, online service, and even e-commerce. It also introduces support for images, making website more visually appealing because images makes it beautiful. At this point, big companies were starting to take notice, businesses launched their first website, and the internet boom had begun. By 1997, the web was evolving fast. People wanted better looking websites, so HTML 3.2 introduces tables, allowing more structured layouts. This was really a big deal. It also introduces font tags, allowing text to be styled with different colors and sizes. Websites were finally getting some personality. Here's one more fun fact for you. Just after the year of HTML 3.2, Google was founded in 1998. HTML 4.0. In 1999, HTML 4.0 came, and this was the game changer. It introduces support for cascading style sheets, which we call CSS, allowing designers to separate content from design. Before CSS, designers used HTML tables to create page layouts, something we would never do today, but back then it was the best option. Now, instead of using messy HTML for styling, CSS could handle colors, layouts, and fonts. This version also improved JavaScript support, enabling interactive elements like pop-ups, dynamic menus, and form validation. At this point, the web was exploding in popularity and websites like Google, Yahoo, and Amazon were dominating the internet. Finally, in 2014, HTML5, the most popular version yet, was released. This changed everything because it had a built-in video and audio support, which means no more flash. It had a better mobile support, so website could adapt to different screen sizes. It also supports the Canva and WebGL, allowing animations and even browser-based games. Just because of this Canva and WebGL, nowadays you can use React Fiber to add 3D elements in your website. Thanks to HTML5, we now have modern web apps, social media platforms, and even AI-powered websites. And that's the history of HTML. From simple text pages to dynamic interactive web, HTML has come a long way. What do you think? What will be the next big evolution in the markup language? Let me know your thoughts and comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also